Afghanistan, 2002. The war on terror may soon spread to other countries, and with it, journalists. If you haven't been to a war zone before, you should consider what you're getting into. Consider the scale of the conflict, which side you're going to go with, whether they're perhaps on a losing side or the winning side. Analyze the situation and take lots of advice from different people before you get close to the front line. Talk with people coming from the front line. Talk with other journalists and do your research. Information is what's going to keep you safe.
When you do finally make it in country, it's a good idea to liaise with the military, with whatever international forces are on the ground. They can provide you with security information and some of the details of what's happening around you.
Major Brian Hilferty was the military spokesman for Operation Anaconda.
What we try to do is balance as much information release as we can with security concerns. And we have some specific security concerns here because of the nature of this battle and because of the forces. We have a lot of special forces here. So we have some security concerns that make special ground rules.
Once you've got that sorted, make sure you have proper body armor, as CNN international correspondent Nick Robertson advises.
Obviously, you should be prepared. You should take a flak jacket and helmet, perhaps, if you're going to go into an area that's there's shelling or there's shooting. I think these are perhaps the best precautions that you can take.
There are many other things you'll need, from transportation in the field, at CNN we rented Land Rovers and four-wheel drives, to hiring local drivers and fixers to help get through various checkpoints.
Before leaving home for a war zone, the thing you want to bring besides your pen, your paper, and your camera is a satellite phone. One of the latest innovations in satellite phone technology is the Thuraya phone. This is not a commercial for Thurayas, but they are small, portable, they work virtually anywhere, and they have served us well in Afghanistan. One of the things you want to consider when coming to a war zone is how are you going to be able to communicate with your troops in the field and able to do your job. Here in Kabul, phone service virtually does not exist. We have had to rely 100% on our radios. Now, this has been a problem in the past because radio reception and coverage has been very bad. So we have come here to the top of this mountain, which is the highest point in Kabul, to put a repeater. This has enabled us to get much better reception and to be able to talk with each other to do story coverage. But this has entailed getting the permission from the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of the Interior, and the Intelligence Ministry, as well as some of our ISAF soldiers around here, enabled to get a repeater up here so we can talk to each other on the radio.
Besides communications, your personal security is also something to consider in the field. At the CNN house in Kabul, we hired guards armed with AK-47s.
Another measure that we've implemented after we had a little kidnapping threat is that CNN staff do not leave the CNN compound, do not go out and about in the city without having a local fixer or translator with them.
Case in point, our fixers became impromptu bodyguards for our crew when a friendly football match turned into a riot situation. Fixers can also be useful for handling crowd control issues out on shoots in dicey areas, as we found out here. In the field, you want a fixer you can trust to watch your back, as well as do translations. Now, what to pack for a war zone? This is the survival kit I put together for each CNN staffer going to cover the conflict.
Numero uno, when you're out there working, you're going to need water. We made sure that everybody had their own personal water purification bottle and backup filters. Everyone is usually given Cipro. This is kind of a wonder antibiotic that can take care of just about everything, from stomach ailments to diarrhea to just about everything. Another item you want to make sure have a flashlight, either a mag light or a big one. You're going to need this nighttime shooting, whatever, comes in handy. There are 3 other kits that we take along in the field: an emergency personal trauma kit, something that you can stick into the car for breakdowns and that kind of thing, and a huge field survival kit for any sort of trauma. Finally, when in country, be aware of your surroundings. Stay alert, keep your wits about you, and use common sense. Also, be sure to check in with your editors back home in your newsrooms regularly. They'll want to make sure that you are accounted for. Whatever you can do to prepare before going to a war zone will help you when you get there. Alex Quade, CNN, Kabul, Afghanistan.